There is no more grays. Look at the beautiful shine in that hair. Beautiful. Shine, shine, shine. Hi, I'm Coach Kimmy, and it's great to be here. I'm going to teach you how to do color. This is my customer, Michelle. So we're going to do a consultation. So today you're going to learn, we just cover her grays, and she's got nice, beautiful, thick hair. I'm going to actually thin it out a little bit, and you do that by feel. It's going to be both, a little bit feel, a little bit of luck. And then we're going to cover her hair with a semi-permanent color. I don't do permanent because she already has a thick texture in her hair, and I don't want the cuticle to blow out. So we do a semi-permanent color on her that brings lots of shine, and it also makes the hair feel very good. It fills the cuticle, it doesn't blow the cuticle out. It's like a stain, just lays on that hair. So how we pick the color is by this. So we always go in between a 4 and a 5. And Michelle, the last time it was a little too light, right? We tried just a 5, so it's a little bit lighter. So even though that 5 will stain her hair, the gray could still maybe be a little stubborn not to take if it's a little too thick of a cuticle. So we are going to do a 4 and a 5 mixed. And basically you're gonna look and see where her hair matches up. She's got a little bit of whites in there, not too much yet. So we'll mix these and probably do a little extra 4 with a little 5, not quite so much 5 this time. And I'm gonna mix that. So this is a barrier protector. And trust me when I tell you, you need it. So I put it all around, make sure all her ears, because that color will get on those ears and it'll stain the skin the way it does the hair. I even get the whole neckline, get it all. And make sure it's a barrier that will not, if it touches that gray, it's okay. This one that I have actually will go right through the gray. Even if the color, if this barrier hits that gray, the color still will go right through. Some barriers do not. So make sure you get one that if it touches that gray, otherwise that gray won't be colored. And that's the whole point of doing the hair. Usually for a full head of hair, you're gonna do about 3 to 4 ounces. The thicker the hair, the more you need. But basically 3.5 for Michelle will work because her hair is short. And she doesn't need a lot. And color touch is thinner. So it's a little bit nicer going on the hair. And I like to just mix it. Don't over whip it because you could make like eggs. You don't want it to get fluffy. You just want to like mix the color. So it's nice and mixed together because I have 2 different ones in there. I love to do the hairline first because that's the first thing that usually turns. I do not like to get it on the skin. Even though I have the barrier on there, I still try really hard not to. Some people put a whole line on there. It's not necessary. And I always come back a second time and do that hairline again at the very end. So I started it with it, and then I finish back over the hairline again. Don't go over color. You are only gonna do the gray hair. You could just blend in a little, go a little past it, a little. Otherwise, you'll be making it too dark. You don't wanna do that. Regrowth only with a tiny bit overlap. And really, it's only because her last color wasn't so dark, so you could just touch that a little. So Michelle, your haircut, honey, you're loving keeping it long, right?
So, yes.
And so we will, do we need to like thin it out a little bit?
I think so.
Okay. So we'll do a little bit of that, not too much, right? Because it still feels pretty good and it's separated pretty nice.
And maybe just trim those curls just a little.
Okay. It's fun though wearing your hair different. Now, normally for Michelle, we've worn a pixie. She's gotten a pixie haircut, very, very short, and it's never been this long. So it's been fun. It's been a nice journey to like take her to get her hair a little longer. And she slicks it back. Beautiful. And of course she could wear this because she's so pretty. Most people cannot. It'd be a tough haircut to wear. And you know what? You have to take all that into consideration because Michelle really takes care of herself and she's in the makeup industry. That's what she does. And that makes a big difference because somebody that could wear something beautiful, you could do quite a few different styles too. She does her own makeup and she looks very good to herself. You know, those things are a part of your consultation by looking at what they like, what they wear. I like to use a small brush too because she just has such a little bit of regrowth. If you have a big one, it could kind of tend to get on everything so much more. So keep that in mind too, half of a brush. You're just touching those regrowth. Make sure when you come back to the top, I'm gonna put your head over a little. Make sure when you come back to the top, go back over that, the first part that you did, and you just take it straight back. You wanna make sure for sure you never skip a section on this top. Most important part of all. This is what you see. And you do baby thin sections. So you always get both sides. And push that over. And if you get anything on your hand, just wipe it off. Make sure they're clean. And usually this should take about 35 minutes, and I'm gonna put her under the dryer, and it could even take a little less, like maybe 30 minutes. So if you wanna use a bottle, you can as well. This is called a bowl and a brush. Depends on what you like and what you're comfortable with, just as long as it takes. Most of the time they'll teach you with a brush, it kind of pushes into the cuticle a little bit more as opposed to a bottle. But a bottle does work, and I used it for years and years and years. But Michelle's hair is a little stubborn, so that's why I do a brush and a bowl. Find what's comfortable for you. You really still don't want to go back over her other dark hair though, because just think of a construction piece of paper that's black, and then you take black and you put it back over the black paper again. It'll get too dark. So always remember, try not to get it over the other dark already. Short hair is definitely a little harder, so you gotta take a little more time with short hair. Long hair, you can hold it up better. You always just look and see if you did it already. Always go back over it. Remember, you're just doing the root, and make sure nothing's on your hand. You can see where those little white hairs are. This doesn't really have gray down here so much, but it will make the hair shiny. So that's why you always just get every part. And now Michelle will sit for 35 minutes, but we are gonna put you under the dryer. I'm gonna go back over that hairline again. Don't forget about that hairline. Touch it, make it a little thicker, just so you don't miss any hairs. Make sure you don't touch the rest of that hair either. Voila. You are all set, Michelle. Now you're gonna sit for 35 minutes and we'll be back. Okay, so now we're done coloring Michelle's hair. It came out beautiful. There is no more grays. Look at the beautiful shine in that hair. Beautiful. Shine, shine, shine.